Vidor City Council meeting Thursday, October 24th, just finished up. Pretty good little meeting. Now, starting off, we did have a citizen comment. One of the guys that spoke at the drainage meeting up at Turning Point Church, and he came in and gave it a little spiel. Now, he said some valid things. He really did, and it's basically the same presentation that he gave at the drainage. But unfortunately, I hadn't seen this guy at any other meetings that I go to, and you guys know that I do go to a meeting or two and talk to a few people, and he made some logical points. He did, but what he missed was, because he's not going to these things, and he hasn't been coming to city council meetings, he doesn't see that the city council are actually going out there trying to help, trying to make a difference, trying to rebudget and reallocate so we get some of these things done and work with some of the people that need to be worked with. He just missed that completely and called them out for not doing any of that and not being an active and verbal point. And he also called out the mayor for just basically saying she's the mayor at the drainage meeting, and she's more than that. She has been active. Actually, I saw her today when I was going through town with Commissioner Vidor, helping to clean out a dish. Or actually, they weren't helping, but they were there making sure a project got done. But they were out and about checking these projects, and most people don't acknowledge that kind of stuff, that they are working, that they are trying to find a solution to some of the problems, the everyday problems that we have. And if you come to these meetings, if you drive around town, if you talk to people, you'll notice that these members are an active council. Even online, social media, they are active, trying to find and clean up some of these streets, trying to find some of the problems. I love seeing some of Misty's content about busting these people that are stealing stuff, getting out there, just being active within the community. That's what the city council needs. Now, but we invite you. There was a couple that came in that I got to talk with, that this was their first city council meeting, and you know what they were? They were just disappointed because there wasn't more citizens there. Their first meeting, and they asked me, are there usually more people here? Well, guess what? Come to the city council meetings. But if you're not, watch my videos and I'll give you an update of what's going on. That's the whole purpose of these videos. So Jessica Hill is head of the Orange County Economic Development, and she gave us a presentation. The video lasted 17 minutes, and I'll put the link below if you actually want to listen to her whole conversation or speech presentation that she gave. And really, it was talking about some of the things that we're getting. If you add everything up that Orange County is getting from east part of the county to west part of the county, it's about 5.2 to 5.6 billion dollars. That's billion with a B, of money that Orange County could potentially get if the projects go through. And she emphasized their potential. It's potential. They're doing studies, they're getting reports, they got to make sure it really works. That's why it's still only a potential, because until they actually start building, it's not for sure. Okay? So, but a good little presentation of what's going on, and she's supposed to come back with another presentation talking about all the retail businesses that it really could affect Vidor, because there are people looking to come to Vidor. And they even wondered why Chick-fil-A didn't come over here when we have a higher traffic count than Orange. So we're working to get Chick-fil-A over here. We're Vidor. We deserve to have that place. So we'd love to see Chick-fil-A come over here, but not just yet. So, a couple other things. One of the other things, there was, if you remember, we had $500,000 set aside for budget for drainage, directly to drainage. And what they did in meeting tonight was try to reallocate $45,000 of that to go to 2 temporary employees. Now, in saying this, that sounds nice and all, but when they passed for the $500,000 to go directly to drainage, it was about outsourcing it, hiring contractors. Because at this point, contractors are going to get paid for getting the job done. A certain percentage, that's it. That's really it. But what was brought to council is they want to pay 2 people part-time, basically 6 months of work, working with Romeo within the city to help get this stuff cleared up, get culverts redone. And they're they're part-time employees at that point. So I can see where some of the council had a little problem with it, but I can also see where part of the council agreed with it. And yes, we need those employees, but what they don't want to have happen is those employees not actually doing what they're paid to do. They're worried that they're going to be just on the clock kind of people, and that's absolutely not what they want to have. And I think we've got the team now within the city to work to make sure that they're not just on the clock people sitting in the shade, you know, collecting a check. They're going to be forced. But resolution to help solve this is the council actually getting a daily agenda of what they're doing. So hopefully we can get that resolved and get that going. They do have to vote on it again next week because it wasn't a unanimous vote, and I understand why. But hopefully we get it passed next week, and those people start just going through town and getting stuff done. There was an executive session that did pop up. Executive session, all that happened was they're going forward and looking for a city manager. You know, I mean, Raleigh Burr, he's an interim city manager, so they approved for the city attorney to post for a job. So if you're a city manager, you have the qualifications, or you know somebody, share the video, share the post, and see about getting someone really great and qualified to come to our city and to help make it the city we all wish it to be. Now, one of the last little bits, it's actually a sad little bit. Resignation of Councilmember Bob Turner. Now, Bob Turner lives in Ward 1. And if you look right there, I'm going to try that little picture-in-picture thing again. That is a map of all the wards. Ward 1 kind of encompasses Maple Crest and a little bit more. So take a look at the ward. If you live in Ward 1 and you'd like to see some changes within the city and you want to be a part of it, you too can be a city council member. Come to the meetings. Come be a part. Say, hey, I live in Ward 1. I really want to be involved. And we'll see about they'll see about nominating. I can't we. I'm not part of it, but they'll see about nominating a person that comes up that's qualified, because we really, really need a person that's interested in helping and being a part of the change in the city. And the city could use you. The people could use you. Be an active voice. If you're one of those that says, "Oh, we need all this change. We need this to happen," and nothing ever goes on, well, guess what? Now is your chance to be part of it. So Bob Turner is leaving. He's selling his home in Maple Crest. So really enjoyed working with him, and he really cared. So farewell to a Bob Turner. If you see him about, wish him well. So that's actually what happened. Even though we lasted a little bit longer tonight, that's what happened at the City Council meeting, October 24th, Thursday. Please like, comment, share, and until next time, guys, Jerad Spencer, Flair Real Estate.